Well, happy Friday, guys. And today I wanted to do something special. Why? Because today marks my 12th anniversary on YouTube. What? 12 years I've been a YouTuber. Oh my goodness. What a ride it's been. All the changes, both myself, my channel, YouTube in general, and 12 years I'm still standing. And my YouTube channel is still here. So today I wanted to do something special for you guys. It's something that I've been looking forward to sharing with you guys for years now. And I finally am able to do that. So today I'm going to show you my very first garden. So excited, you guys. You have no idea. Many of you OGs who have been with me for almost 12 years, some of you have been with me the entire 12 years, know that it is something that I've been dreaming about ever since you met me. So, and this year, it's the very first year I have like a legit garden. So I want to take you down. I want to show you, I want to give you a little tour, spring 2019, what it looks like. It's been planted now for 2 weeks and everything is taking off good. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So let's go down and I'll show you what I got. All right, here we go. So ignore the hose. I kind of got cut short watering when Mina woke up. But here it is, guys. Well, part of it. This is phase one. This is what we've done this year. Next year we are going to expand it. I don't know by how many boxes, but we're going to be doing more raised beds and more arches. And then over here we're going to have 2 or 3 long strips, raised beds. And there I'm going to be planting blackberry, blueberry, and raspberry bushes. Over here, eventually, I would like kind of a bigger one solid raised bed, and that's all going to be for pumpkins. Compost pile will be somewhere around there, and then we're going to be doing more raised beds, and then in the back, a long, kind of a thin raised bed at the very back, and that's where I plan on growing my sunflowers. So this is phase one for 2019. It's a lot of work and a lot of money. If we had unlimited funds, we would build the dream garden this year, but it's a process, and I really, before I bite off more than I can chew, I really want to learn how to garden first. So 6 boxes this year. We'll do a newbie good. So just quickly, I guess I will show you what I planted here. In the front here, 2 rows. These are my heirloom Abe Lincoln tomatoes. These are going to be kind of like a purpley-ish, orangey-ish tomato. Over here are the Kellogg breakfast tomatoes. These are supposed to be ginormous, like the size of your hand. So those are all the Kellogg's. Over here are all my beefsteaks. And then I've got 1 row of Manitoba that didn't fit over on the other box, so I put the extras here. And then here on this trellis, I have here Boston pickling cucumbers, and on that side I have the Wisconsin. I couldn't decide, Wisconsin, Boston, Boston, Wisconsin, so we're growing them both. So those will go up the trellis, and I know some people had questions about what the arches were for. Those are trellises for more of my vining plants. So over here I've got my Ashley cucumbers. These are going to be my bigger cucumbers for salads. I have my Manitoba Canadian tomatoes here. I've got cherry tomatoes here. And then I've got cherry sweet 100s, which are supposed to be really sweet, here. And then the rest of these are all moneymaker tomatoes. Now, I ended up growing a lot more tomatoes than this. You guys know how many tomatoes I had. I had a lot. I ended up selling quite a bit off, which paid for my entire startup of my garden. It paid for all of my seeds, all of my organic seedling starter dirt, and my rack and my lights. So I was able to pretty much start all my seeds for free this year, and I think I'm going to do it again next year, and to help fund the next raised beds. So it's amazing how many people wanted seedlings, starters, especially these San Marzanos. San Marzano you can't even buy started at the store. So when you start these, and especially when you're, you know, they're organic and you have them in organic soil, people are really interested in these. So these are all my San Marzanos. These are going to be all my canning tomatoes along with my Roma. So I'll be canning, this whole box is all of my canning tomatoes. So these are all of my Romas. Here are my sugar snap peas, and those haven't come up yet. Those are still germinating. Over here are my Tom Thumb peas. These are supposed to be super sweet, and kids are supposed to really like them even off the vine. So those are Tom Thumbs, and then these are all of my peppers. So I've got a lot of Anaheim peppers. This is going to be used for homemade enchilada sauce and seasoning. I'm going to be dehydrating a lot of them, smoking them, dehydrating them, and turning them into a powder. These are banana peppers, and I really grew these more for submarine sandwiches. So especially when we go camping, I can take some banana peppers with us and make some sub sandwiches. And then these are all, this is my Sunbright. These are going to be yellow, bright yellow bell peppers. These are my carnival peppers. These are going to be bell peppers, but they're going to be purple and white and orange. All those fun colors. And then all of these are my green bell peppers. You guys know I use a lot of green bell peppers and onions when I cook. So that's what all those are. Those are my autumn bells. And then I have one little habanero pepper. Now, I did not have luck with habanero peppers. Those were the only things that I struggled with. I mean, really struggled with. This is the only remaining habanero, and I don't have the heart. I had to plant it because it still had green on it, so I had to give it a chance of life, So, but I have more seeds germinating right now. I just started them this morning, and if I can get them to germinate, I'm going to plant them out here and see how they do. They might just not be really good plant to, you know, have under the grow lights. I don't know. So let me know if you have any experience with habaneros or issues. We're in Michigan too, so you know, it might not be the right environment for them. These are all my jalapeno peppers, and of course this will be used for jalapeno pepper jelly come the fall. Back here, this is kind of my salad box back here. So this is a spinach plant that I started inside the house. So that's spinach. This is going to be more spinach here. This is my kale, and of course I will be dehydrating all of this. I dehydrate kale and then I use it as parsley, and I put it in everything, and I swear my family, they don't know. They don't know, they can't taste it, and it's really good for them. So I like to put kale actually in my salad. So there's my kale. And then I've got several kinds of lettuces here that are starting to pop up. This is going to be a red lettuce here. And then over here is arugula. So my arugula is coming up. This is a salad bowl mix. There's a whole strip of salad bowl mix. Next to that is butter crunch lettuce, followed by crisp head lettuce. And so I'll have a lot of nice lettuces to choose from. You know, we've been eating a lot of salad lately. We eat a lot of salad anyway in the summer. Here are little finger organic baby carrots that are starting to come up. On that side I've got celery, and that hasn't germinated or popped up yet, but it will. I have faith. Here are imperial carrots all the way across, and these are just starting to pop up, and that's just going to be a regular garden, like a salad carrot. And then over here I've got my bush beans that are popping up, which I'm so excited about. Here is an heirloom squash seed that one of my subscribers sent me. His name is the Mudbrooker, and if you guys aren't subscribed to him, I'll leave a card up above. You guys can go check out his channel. He taught me all there is to know about cast iron, and he sent me a beautiful cast iron waffle maker, and he also sent me his grandfather's heirloom squash seeds. So I have them planted right here. I'm super excited. I can't wait till they come up. And I have like a little piece of his family right here in my garden. It's amazing. And then over here I have planted butternut squash, which is right there. So that hasn't germinated yet either, but that's okay. And then over here I have zucchini planted. That has not come up. I do have an empty patch here, so today I'm coming out and I'm planting rutabaga for future pasties, Michigan pasties. Paul from Paul's Rule of Thumb, I'll leave his link up above. He did a fantastic canning video, canning the insides of a pasty, and that's my goal. That is my goal this fall. So I am going to plant rutabaga right here so I can can pasty mixture and put it up on my shelf. So super excited about that, and I will make a video when I go ahead and can that up, so have no fear. Here I planted 3 sugar baby watermelons, and those have not come up either, but pumpkins have come up. I've got 3 sugar pumpkins right here, and that is to make homemade pumpkin pie come this fall. The kids are really excited. My older boys cannot wait. I am going to make an authentic, from scratch, from my own garden, pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, and I cannot wait. My girlfriend Angie from Angie's Pantry, I'll leave her video up in a card. She canned pumpkin, and that is something I've never done before, and I want to do. So 5 years canning, and I've got to can some pumpkin, and I've got to can some rutabaga. So those are my canning pumpkins. And then Mason and Mina each wanted a jack-o'-lantern. That's Mina's. This one's Mason's, and those are also coming up, which is really exciting. I can't wait for Mason to come out and see that his pumpkin is sprouting. So there's my garden, guys, and I love it. We ended up spacing it. You know, I did a lot of research before planting this garden, and trying to come up with a design that would work for me, work with my fibromyalgia, work with the maintenance. You know, my husband works a lot, so you know, there's only so much that he can help me with. So I wanted something that I could easily maintain with my chronic pain condition, that wasn't too overwhelming, but that was easy to take care of, but that looked really nice. So this is the design I came up with. The arches I learned from Roots and Refuge. If I can find their video, I will link it up above. If not, I'll just link you their channel. She has so many wonderful garden videos, and I've learned so much from her. The raised bed gardens I learned from the Rustic Gardener and MI Gardener. These are exactly the dimensions that they used. Matt also has been, he's been wanting to plant raised bed gardens since before I even met him. This is something that he was really looking forward to, that he never had an opportunity to do before. He built the raised beds, but he never got a chance to actually use them and build a garden. So he was really excited to do this with me, and so he had, I think it was Gardening by the Foot book that he has. So if I can find a link to that, I'll leave that down below. That's the book that we used, along with MI Gardener and the Rustic Gardener, and their videos on raised bed gardens and using their dimensions and everything they told us to get. So definitely a labor of love, and I think it's beautiful. And as we grow here every year, it's just going to be more and more beautiful. As you see, I have a lot of space here to grow, a lot of room. I'm actually going to try to go to the farmer's market tomorrow. There's supposed to be a lady there that sells rhubarb, and if I can plant some rhubarb, I really want to get some rhubarb in. But yeah, this is it. So we decided I really didn't want gravel or pebbles or mulch or anything like that, anything that would be hard for me to maintain. We made the aisleways just big enough for Matt to be able to ride the riding lawnmower in between, and then just take the weed whipper around my boxes so we can keep them, you know, really maintained and easy. Just easy. He installed over there a spigot for me, so we run a house a garden hose from the house, and then I have an additional garden hose that runs to my garden. So it all works out. Over there we have our little fire ring pit, and yeah, the backyard is coming. I've got some firewood there. I got to get the camper cleaned out. You know, guys, I had you know, it was a hard decision because the other night we had a frost freeze advisory again. It got down to 36 degrees here in Michigan. It has been a very cold spring, so the pool isn't open. We're going to try to get to that this weekend. It's just been too cold, too rainy. Anyone here in Michigan, especially in northern Michigan, knows how rough the spring has been, just to even start the garden or just start things in general. So this is the first week we've actually been in the 60s and 70s, and it's been beautiful. I've been taking advantage of it every chance I can. So this weekend we're hoping to open up the pool, and Matt has already cleaned out the camper and aired it out. I just need to get in there and clean it and restock it and all of that so we can get to camping. We've got some trips coming up that we plan to take, one to the UP, one to Ohio, one to Pennsylvania, and one down to Maryland. So she'll be getting some good use this year. But yeah, I really wanted to do something special to mark my 12th anniversary on YouTube. I've changed and grown so much over the years, and this is has been a long-term goal of mine. For many years. The closest thing I've ever gotten to a garden was a little, like 2 foot, 4 foot patch next to a garage once. And I was able to grow a tomato plant, a grape tomato plant, a regular tomato plant, a cucumber plant, and that was it. So this is my first legit real garden, and I cannot tell you guys how happy I am and how in love I am with this. I plan on putting like a little picnic bench right here, so I can sit and, you know, clean vegetables or whatever I need to do. I'll have a little table here. The kids love running around playing in here. I did add some lights. I was able to get a really good deal at Home Depot on some really nice garden lights over Memorial Day weekend. They had a doorbuster sale for that, so I was able to pick up that. And yeah, I'm going to take you up to the deck now. I'll show you guys my herbs. I've planted that on my deck closer to the house and to the kitchen. So I'll take you up there and I'll show you that. All right, so over here in a Home Depot bucket, these were the buckets I used 2 years ago. If you guys remember, I did at the home that we were renting. I wasn't able to actually plant anything in the ground, but I could grow in container buckets. So we bought a bunch of Home Depot buckets and I grew a garden that way. This is lemon mint, and I'm actually growing this for my water, just to kind of flavor my water a little bit. Many of you warned me though about mint and how invasive it is, so I thought it needed a home by itself. So this is in one of the buckets that I have on the just on the outside of our garage here, and then I just planted some flowers in this container. I got this container. This container was $100 at Home Depot, and at the end of this season, kind of I want to say it was before spring. It was like the end of winter. They actually had this on clearance for $25. So I picked it up and I planted some geraniums in it, some dahlias, and these little white vining flowers that will actually cascade down and out of the pot. So I have that there. Over here, I have some more geraniums. This tree is going to come out. They planted this the year we bought this house and it never took, so we're going to have to remove that. I have some weeding I need to do around here, so hopefully I'll get to that this weekend. Up here on my patio, I have my herbs. So this is my cilantro, which, as you can see, has really taken off, so I can actually start harvesting this now and start dehydrating it, which I'm super excited about. Also, I'm gonna make some fresh salsa with this, so I might get out my dehydrator this weekend and start working on that. I've got basil back there, sweet basil, which you guys know, my favorite herb of all time. In fact, I think I'm gonna grow more basil in one of those Home Depot buckets. I've got rosemary planted here, so this is my rosemary, and all of this I'm going to dehydrate and make my own seasonings with. Over here I've got German thyme. Got that growing here. I've got a little summer savory right there. And then right here is Greek oregano, and it smells incredible, you guys. I wish you could smell it. Just sitting here next to this pot. Oh, it's so fragrant. All right, on the other side of this little love seat thing, I have I have dill. Lots of dill, and this is going to be used to make homemade pickles this year. So I've got that. This is parsley. This is, I'm all going to dehydrate this as well and make my own parsley for cooking. And then over here, this is caraway, you guys. I'm growing caraway for homemade rye bread, and I cannot wait. So that is my caraway. And then in the middle here, in the jungle, I have lavender. And this, of course, will be used for lavender jelly. So everything is really taken off, and I can actually start harvesting things and dehydrating some herbs this weekend, which I'm really excited about. So, and then over here, I have an aloe plant that was not happy in the house, but since bringing her out here, she is growing shoots, and she is just, she's loving that area right there. So I have her out there. Then there's some other things that I want to grow. So I'm going to take you in the house, and I will show you what else I have. So here is my rutabaga, and that's going to go out in the raised bed. I'm going to, in another Home Depot bucket, I'm going to grow some lemongrass, some leeks, and these are all going to get their own bucket. And then I'm going to do some more chives. Oh, I think I forgot to show you my chives. My chives are in that bucket too with the dill. But I need more chives, so I'm going to grow some more. And I'm going to grow some more cilantro, because cilantro is also one of my favorite herbs to cook with. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it for you. This is something that I have I've looked forward to sharing with you guys for so long. And for those of you who have been with me for ever and a day, 12 years, you know how much this garden means to me. I still can't believe I live here. I still can't believe I have a garden. There's not a day that goes by that I take it for granted and that I don't realize how lucky and blessed and very thankful I am. And I don't let that escape me, not a moment in any single day. So I'm just so thankful that I can share it with you guys, and blessed for all the friendship you guys have given me. For all of you OGs out there, thanks for sticking with me through the years. And for all my new subscribers, welcome. I can't wait to share journeys with you guys. Hopefully this garden will yield a lot of produce for us, and we'll have a lot of fun gardening video or canning videos, dehydrating videos, all come this fall. So thanks for being with me, guys, and cheers to another 12 years. I don't know, will YouTube be around in 12 years? I don't even know. But I'll be here, hopefully I'll be here till the end. All right, guys, thank you so much.
We've got a couple of posts in the ground. You can see one behind me. So the idea,
and there's the first one.
We want to have the hog fence trellis supported by the T-posts here, okay? So this is your, what they call the soil plate. That's got to go in the ground about 6 to 8 inches. So what I'm doing is I'm making it close enough to where the width of the hog fence can get down in there. I can jam it down in there, and it's going to hold tight. So what I'm doing is I'm going to press down on there. So I make a mark on the cloth, and then I'm going to make a cut. I know some people are going to be like, oh God, you're cutting your cloth, but in order to really get this down, you got to get, we have to bury it. So I put it down in, and I bring it up, and I make it about that close. Now I'm eyeballing it. You can measure it if you want, but I'm eyeballing the halfway mark. Tractor Supply. It's a post pounder, basically. So this is how you put your posts in. Now you can use a sledgehammer or whatever, but this is easy. 2 hands is 17 pound. and it'll do the job. They got spring loaded, they got expensive ones, they even have really expensive like hydraulic ones. That's if you're building fence for pasture or something. If you just put these in, switch. So you just go down into the ground. See?
Yeah.
So now what I did is to make this fairly even, or try to get it fairly even. So all I did, you can do this by yourself. It's a little bit tricky.
Sorry for the wind noise. Yeah, these are hog panels, right? We were gonna get cattle panels, but they were too big for my bed.
They're 16 feet long and 34 inches wide. So for us, this is perfect because we have the 4x8 garden boxes, and I have these posts for the support posts. So we needed something that was going to fit in between. So the 34 inch is perfect, and I'm not worried about any grass coming up through there because it's going to be not going to have oxygen. It's not going to have light. It's not going to grow. So
did we do 8-inch boards or 10?
These are 8.
8. Okay.
So they're 2 by 8 by 8 high. 8 feet long, 8 inches high. So this is perfect because even one post in a 4x8 box, or even a 4x4, if you're doing 4x4s, you can do this. Perfect. So brought it down, and then what I did is I just sat down here and I took standard cable ties.
From Home Depot.
Yep, they're just ties, and I crisscrossed them here. I started at the bottom and then worked my way up, and when I got up here I had to press it back a little because you want to get it tight, so you have to press it back and get it. So I did it on the other side too. Panels, and this thing is, oh sorry honey, this thing is not going anywhere.